Right, nice. Let me think of my questions. Okay, Arthur, what's up, P? Just tell me, introduce yourself a bit. You know, your name, your age, what you're doing now.
Name, age, and what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Arthur, and then I can know you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name is Arthur. I'm currently 27 years old. I used to be a bus captain for 4 years for SMRT to Tower Transit Singapore, and now I'm studying psychology in university.
Okay. So tell me about like the whole bus enthusiast thing. Like, what is it? Like, people don't understand how people can be like enthusiastic about buses. Yeah. What's it like? What does it mean? Yeah. People say I'm a football enthusiast, they get it, but what is a bus enthusiast?
You know, there are people who like cars, they like superheroes, they like sports, for example. Like these bus enthusiast group of people, they like public transport and they just like buses, to the point that this group of people, when they bought a bus, they like to see what bus service this route goes. They will ride the bus just to listen to the engine sound, like how car enthusiasts listen to the motor sound of from the vroom vroom from the car. Same for bus also. We have this group of people who the more affordable type, more affordable type, yeah. And then from 1 year ago, for 1 decade ago, when I was so young, you can see the bus models changing, evolving from time to time. Then every time the buses you ride go through different places, go through sceneries, and there are many things that there are many views that you can see from the bus that you don't normally enjoy for a car view, or for the MRT when MRT goes through tunnels.
So it's just like enjoying the bus, the different models, and appreciating like the engine. There is anything else? I mean, there is a
community of us who like to do the same thing. We often gather around to spot buses in bus interchanges. They go out to ride buses, and we even charter buses to go for bus tours on weekends, on some of the weekends. Then this passion somehow lasted for so long. When we grow out, many of us wanted to try out being a bus driver at the age of 20 plus years old.
Wow. What do you mean by bus spotting? Like it's like bird spotting kind of thing. You just looking for.
It's like your bird spotting they spot birds. They are in the park. They spot birds. We stand in the bus interchanges. We look for buses. There are some people who even take our cameras to camera inside. There are some people who even take cameras and snap buses all over the place.
Whoa. Okay. I heard also like people you collect bus parts.
Oh, there are people who collect bus parts. They even bought those exotic bus models, the mini size bus, but realistic looking bus models that represent the model itself. They call it collector's items. Sorry, I remember going to someone's house, and then I see his house. His bedroom is like a bus museum. His house is full of bus models, stacking like a multi-story car park, and there's all the buses parking side by side. And you make it like a mini transport hub and roads that we see in the real life, but you make it a mini size version.
Do you collect stuff too? Like you yourself? What kind of bus
I love to, but unfortunately, too expensive. Those bus models cost about 100-200 per bus, depending on the manufacturer also.
Would you call you and your company like bus otakus?
We are boss. I mean, there are some of us whereby you whereby we can memorize the dots that each places go.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
I can, but maybe it's within. But those within that my own areas that I commonly travel is more my own expertise. Like they know, like many of them will know, like within their hometown where they stay, how to get from each bus to each bus without taking MRT, or both MRT and bus, which is the shortest possible solution.
I have a nephew. I think he also like bus. I asked him where you want to go. He also tell which bus he can take. So maybe he might be joining.
I think are the same people also.
So that everyday people see buses as like a means of transport, right? What do buses mean to you?
What the buses mean to me?
Yeah, I mean, people just see it as like, I'm gonna take this bus to work, to get A to B. But like, to you, I'm sure it means something else, right? Yeah.
This is a very in-depth question. I try to think about how to answer you this.
We'll come back to that question again.
Okay, you come back again.
Yeah. What are some misconceptions people have about you and your community? What are some like misconceptions or like stereotypes people have of this bus?
Actually, I want to share something about this bus driving thing, but I'm not quite sure how to link to it.
Yeah, just go. Sure.
I think this bus community, from what I used to enjoy riding, it kind of eventually became part of my career. I became I became a bus captain for 4 years, and so it's something that is a place from where I used to be a passenger to be in the driver's seat, whereby I become the primary role of operating the bus on an everyday basis.
Dude, it's something like being like a passion or hobby, you turn it into a career.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, yeah. So can you like explain your journey a bit more? How did you even get into like the bus captain thing? What made you decide to become a bus captain?
When I was in national service, I got my driving license when I was in NS.
Wait, what were you doing? What were you doing in NS?
Nothing to do with driving. But I went to spam classes, spam driving classes, and then got the license lah. ORD, straight enter the try to apply for a bus captain job. I got in. Then they had a 1 month long training, and 1 month long training, and then eventually, I became a bus driver.
How many people in your class?
Huh?
How many people in your training class? How many people? What was the average?
20.
How was the average age of the people in your training class?
When I came in, I was like 22 years old. The average age was 40 to 50 years old.
Were people very surprised?
Yes, they were. When I was outside, I couldn't relate to anyone that is within my same age. Many of them were bus uncles, 40, 50. But they were so friendly, they were actually willing to. Many of them were actually talking to me about the past experience of being taxi drivers, private hire drivers, and we kind of know each other, talk to each other, and then we become classmates during the period we had during the training period.
So, what was your first experience like as a bus captain? When you really hit the road, how were you feeling? When you actually passed everything, and then you're on the road, your first trip, how did you feel?
I remember that when during the first day of during the training course, the very first day I sat on the bus table, I tried to turn the bus and then and then use the accelerator and brake. It felt so surreal, the controls are so completely different from a typical car. The car is very short. The car is way smaller, and the turning radius is very easy. It's very easy to handle. But the bus itself is very very long, and it's when at the turning and when you turn the bus, there's a very long overhang that you have to take care of. The accelerator and the braking system especially was very different. Car, you can just use the brake pedal, and you can just step on the brakes. But our bus has something called the retarder system. You cannot brake the bus hard, if not everyone will fall, if not everyone will stop the bus. The braking system, you have to apply the brakes gradually and ensure that your bus stops smoothly while using the retarder system.
What's it called?
Retarder system.
How you spell that?
Retarder. Braking system. Okay, call it the braking system. Basically, you have to control the brakes smoothly, lightly, and let the braking system does its job without jerking the bus.
So those bus ride that the uncle always means you're not doing it properly.
There's a braking system lah. There's a braking system, so they probably don't. They may not be proficient on handling the braking system well.
So as your bus, you doing your rounds, right? Your routes. When people board your bus, right? Do you get like very surprised facial expression? Like people, they get surprised like, wow, so young.
And no, like many people would just board as though nothing happened. Just those no sian faces. And nothing go on. It's good morning, but everyone just staying at the phones, or just a little look a bit sian, or the bus or the bus can't be slow, all this thing. Maybe some of them see me, they were like, oh, hey, this is a young face, and then I hardly see people who are that young. Then some of them ask me whether I'm from China, Chinese. Oh, I'm Singaporean. Oh, Singaporean. Yeah. Then
China.
Yeah. Then I saw something that I forgot. And the funniest part is, I'm only 23 years old, but yet whenever I sit at the bus driver seat, I'm always getting called uncle. Hey uncle, does this bus go? And uncle, fancy having a 40 years old auntie or 50, 60 ama sitting on bus and then tell you, hey hello, uncle, uncle, your bus got go to where how do you go to your how much is your bus fare? Yeah, it's kind of reminds me. It kind of makes me feel getting older and older as I do the job. But I like it actually.
When you're 23, you call your uncle.
Yeah. Used to it's part of the day parcel. Getting called by uncle by 60 years old, uncle ama. You used to it.
What's the happiest memory you have of being a bus?
Memory of being a basketball,
Happiest or best?
So many memories of being a basketball. Remember, there was one time I was driving bus 855, and at Queenstown Polyclinic, I picked up an elderly woman who is asking for directions, but she kind of doesn't know where the she's not sure where. Then we somehow suspecting she may have dementia. Then she has difficulties finding her way, but she couldn't recognize the address. So we tried to help her to find the closest bus, to find the closest places, to find the closest place to transfer to her destination. There's another time at late night when I picked out an elderly. I was at Orchard. I picked up an elderly woman. Then I picked up an elderly woman, and then she's also a dementia woman. Then somehow it was 12 a.m. It was 12 a.m. It was the last bus ready, and she had nowhere to go. She lived in Woodlands. Then my bus is heading to Sembawang, but she needed to transfer an additional bus, so she had a tag to tell her which address. Fortunately, so I was able to help her to use my bus to bring her to Yishun Sembawang, and then after reaching there, guiding her to alight and transfer to the other bus options to get home safely.
Wow.
And how still got one more. Oh, then in 2022 I was awarded the National Transport Gold Award because
What's
Nation-
that? What's that award about?
should I show you? Because should I show? I show you first.
National Transport Goal.
Transport Gold is an award whereby it rewards the award is given to bus captain every year who receive compliments and or who did good deeds to passengers and were recognized.
Oh.
I should show you, but cause the
How do they even know? How do they even track?
compliments. There's a compliment system whereby the passenger who see it, they will send a compliment. They'll write in a compliment to praise the bus captain. Sorry, my
So you won it when you were how old?
I should show this picture. This is 2022. I got the
When you were how many years into being a bus captain?
third year.
Wow, I got it.
Sorry, it's a bit lagging. This one is on Tower Transit. Then I'm supposed to zoom in, but yes, it's not. Yes, I'm inside this picture over here.
Oh.
11. This is the 111 recipients for the Transport Gold Award. National Transport Gold Award for 2022.
111
Yeah,
of. And then how many bus captains are there total?
700 plus.
You are the 111.
Yeah,
Nice. So wow.
it's a reward for bus captains who demonstrated excellent customer service, and they were complimented by the passengers, through the compliment system.
Were you the youngest recipient?
No, I think there's another from SMRT who's younger than me.
Wow.
But for all over the ages actually.
So this award is just for Tower Transit or
All the bus operators. SBS also go. SBS SMRT also.
is that like one of your proudest moments? Is that one of your proudest?
It's an achievement lah.
So with your passion for buses as an enthusiast, right? Like,
You see, you will receive this award.
oh, so cute.
It's a Singa trophy. It's a mini Singa trophy.
Oh. Wow, it's gold.
Yeah, it's gold. It's gold. Mine's gold color also.
Oh.
Something like that.
Does it come with monetary?
No, but it's a recognition. But it's a recognition for that you demonstrated excellent customer service, and you were awarded Transport Gold for the year.
Nice. We're very proud of it. So with all your interests and passion for buses, and then you become a bus captain, right? What do your parents think of this? At the start, what do you think about it?
I think it's normal for any parents to think that this job is very tough, doesn't pay well, or this job gets you to get, or this job has no future, whatever you call it, whatever things they can call it, or it's like so. But my parents were surprisingly, they thought that they thought it's good for me to venture into this job when I first started out. But I had to give them promise that if I left the job, I had to study after this. I had to go for university.
Which you're doing now, lah.
Yeah, which you're doing it now.
Then why leave?
Huh?
Why decide to leave? Why decide to stop being a bus?
Why? Because I have issues. because of health issues, and then my family's needs changed a little. Somehow took a major change when I spend more time with taking care of my family now. So I have to take a break. I have to, after considering all, I have to do a major step in career change.
Do you mind explaining what happened? Do you mind like explaining what happened?
My mom had depression. Mom had depression. Then for the past since October 2022 last year, my dad and myself had to take a lot of time to take care of my mom and help her to recovery. Then for me, I took a lot of unpaid leave just to take care of my mom and just to ensure that she gets better.
Oh.
It kind of got to the point that even I myself wasn't entirely confident with my work because this bar driving job is not easy. You have to do 6 days per week, and then you're probably on the work for at least 10 hours or even more per day.
Has your mom always had depression, or it's just?
It was minor at the first place, but it blew up that time. October was the month where my mom's depression took had a very big blow.
Talking about last year?
Yeah, last year. It's like there's a sudden change in personality. So yeah, that time was the harder.
What happened in October? What specifically like triggered depression? What
I think this one I think a bit confidential. I think I don't listen.
Sure.
Yeah, confidential because my mom side already. Yeah, so I protect my mom. But yeah, that time my dad and myself had to take a lot of time to take care of all the house needs that my mom used to do. But now my dad and myself have to be responsible for the household a little more already.
So your goals and your priorities change.
A little, yeah. It cannot be like I used to think that many things I can learn. I can go for my passion, but and then explore things I want. But since that happened, I felt that I have to re-evaluate my own career path, and I try to find something that I also enjoy doing aside from being a bus driver. And eventually I decided to go back to study, but this time I wish to study psychology.
Is it because of your mom?
Kind of it, because my mom's depression is constant mental illness, and I did have a little interest. I did have significant interest in the mental health side. Yeah.
Oh, why?
Aspect.
How did you get to that? How did you get interested in mental health?
I think from young, whenever I look at people, whenever I explore, I can recognize. I can see whether people are easily happy or depressed, or if they have any worries. I can be the one who can try to comfort them or mitigate them. So I can be the kind of sensitive people who is able to listen to people. But to be honest, studying psychology is more about listening to people, and it's a professional field that involves a lot of expertise. And I thought that learning the mental health aspect through learning psychology, I can use my power, use my skills to better help the society around me through the more meaningful ways.
It's like better to understand your mom, how to help her as well.
Yeah.
Right? So are you happy like with where you're at now? I mean, you were so passionate about like the bus, being a captain, and there was a sudden change of priorities, right? But are you happy?
To be honest, I had no regrets joining the bus industry. It's been 4 years since I worked in this industry for 4 years, and I learned a lot. I met a lot of passengers. I met a lot of my own colleagues, supervisors, and how the company and getting to know how bus operation works. It's really more than just bus captains driving the bus. There's even an operation center. There's even an operation center we call the BOCC who help us to ensure waiting time, so that passengers get more reliable journeys. And in terms of bus breakdowns, how do we transfer our passengers, and how do we minimize disruption to our passengers? And besides that, I learned a lot about this job, so that this job is really not easy, and I even had a lot of respect to those 40, 50, 60 years old, those bus uncles who work 1, 2, 3 decades, way longer, or even 40 years, up to 40 years. They work even longer periods than me that I didn't work. And to be honest, I have a lot of respect for them. Since I have a lot of respect for them who work so long, and they are still staying short in this job, driving the bus every day and without any complaints, without any grumbles. It's really a not easy job. If I never entered a bus captain job, I will never understand how difficult it is to be in a blue collar job that people usually overlook or may not bother to understand in depth about.
So what can people do to make like bus captains' lives better, or like, you know, anything that can make them enjoy the job a bit more?
I think the simplest way for anyone to appreciate the bus captain more, I think the simplest way for passengers to appreciate the bus captains more is they can just board the bus. They see the bus captains. They can just greet the bus captains with a smile. And yeah, I think a happy greeting, good morning, and a smile makes a whole lot of difference. There may be times but I do admit that we bus travelers, there are times whereby we may be too stretched of the job due to unforeseeable circumstances, or any traffic delays that make the bus delays the bus to the point that we may not have a lot of time to go for proper rest, including a toilet break to wash our face or having sufficient time to eat. These are some things that as a former bus captain myself, I do hope that there are more improvements for this industry in general.
But just saying like a simple like hi, good morning,
yeah,
is good enough to make your day.
Yeah, and to be recognized by passengers that your job, your assistance makes their life way more convenient, more happy.
Okay. Did you pick up during your experience, 4 years experience as a bus captain, right? Did you pick up any skills that can help like translate into your other years of your life? Is there anything that you learned during these 4 years that can help you?
Many people say that bus captain had no skills, usually not skills. You just drive a bus, what skill it is. For me, I kind of, but there is a skill that I learned through face-to-face communication with people, passengers, colleagues, and it's very invaluable. I call it interpersonal skills. It's the skills that you get. It's the skills that you gain when you talk to people. You understand what people want, and then you have to go all the way to help people, and then you have to communicate with the passengers on how to getting their needs while delivering excellent customer service.
So that can translate in other areas as well. Right?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, it does help because these interpersonal skills I get from through bonding with my colleagues or communicating through passengers. It's still a customer service job after all. So wherever I go, as long as I'm in this customer service area, it will still benefit me in terms of these personal skills that I need to deliver customer service to any industry or any client in particular.
Okay, that's cool. Is there any obstacles you face like when you try to become a bus captain? What was the hardest thing you had to struggle with?
Oh, the hardest thing about being a bus driver, shift work, long driving hours, lack of rest, all that, and probably to the point that your body can get very, very tired to the point that you don't feel like working to work every day. Your body doesn't feel like waking up, or you may have a little bit of health issues like getting a bit fatter, or you have I remember there's one period that whereby I had insomnia. I had severe insomnia because I couldn't sleep. Maybe it's because I used too much of concentration on to the point that my brain kind of hurts every day whenever I go back home. So that time it was very, very painful. Not denying that this job has a little bit of risk, not in terms of driving aspect, but not in terms of the environment aspect. It's the long term health impacts like there's insomnia or maybe health diseases. If we do not take good care of our health properly, it's very easy to overload all this.
So
Aside for long working hours that may make us very tired to the point that we don't feel like going exercise, or just just consume a lot of food to the point that we do not manage our weight well. Or I even see, and this job I see a lot of smoking basketers. Because smoking is a way to get your dress, but unfortunately this will also add on to your health disease risk.
you say you left because of some health issues. Did it come from like the
Insomnia. It was insomnia at first, but eventually it became like to the point that I felt like I had a little bit of depression also, what having to juggle between my family needs and work also. It's like the working hours and also my health, or also my physical health.
Okay. What are you? When I asked you just now, are you happy with where you're at now? Say you're okay, right?
No, I said for me, I'm happy at where I am. I would say that I had no regrets entering this job. It's something that I learned a lot. If given a choice to come back, if given another choice, I will still come back to experience this job because I will still come back to experience this job because this bus captain job is a learning platform for me to experience how it's like to be a customer service deliverer and working in this blue collar job, they call it. People call it.
Would you go back? If you had a chance, would you go back and do it again?
If given a choice, I will again.
You will again.
It's a job that I met a lot of colleagues, bus captain colleagues. We get to share. Every time seeing the uncles who see me and hey, Abang, how are you doing? Hey, Bang, hey brother, 你好久不见. The fact that I still can see the bus service I used to drive, and then I see the old uncles, bus captains who still recognize me for the past 4 years, even in this job. It brings back memories that how many colleagues I met and the experience I gained in this journey.
Friendships you made.
Yep, right? friendships and learning experience.
What's the happiest moment you can remember? Not just your bus captain job, but like your entire life.
Now you tell me, I also a bit don't know how to. Now you ask me this, I a little bit don't know how to answer.
You don't know how to answer. What do you mean? Are you not sure? You cannot choose one.
Because there's a lot of aspects that the first thing in mind I don't think of this like. Yeah.
There was too many happy memories. Just choose one. Right?
Because I'm single, I haven't got married. You want to say single get married? That's the happiest memory already. But I'm still single.
Is there something that you've never told anyone that you wish you could share?
Told anyone? Never told anyone.
Never told anyone before, but you wish you could share.
Consider my mom's depression is fun.
See, you never told anyone else.
Never.
What's
Only told my superior only told my supervisor, which is also the main reason why I left the job, because it was a very hard time for me to juggle. What do I like to do? What do I like to do the most versus financial stability? Because currently I have a bus-handling job. If I were to leave the job, what else can I do? What should I do? So because because I know that I have to leave this job one day, I cannot, and then we still have to take care of financial need. My dad has retired. Then we still have CPF, but I feel that I still need to go out and work in order to ensure that there is sufficient financial stability in the longer run. So I have to plan myself. So I have to plan my journey very well, which is something that I never thought of in the past. I've learned a lot of planning from my mom to go to places. I used to be very heavily dependent on my mom until my mom had depression, and then she lost all her planning ability. She kind of like changed her person there, and then it forced me to become independent and take care of my own responsibilities. Then whatever journey I made since I entered this job already, I have to be responsible for what I wish to continue within myself, because if I leave the job, I need to have some income. So I decided to go and study psychology. And yeah, once I invest this money, there's no turning back.
You paid for your own school fees.
I can use my dad's CPF is actually able to help me, but I have to ensure that I can get a good paying job after this. So I still have to feed myself and the family this time after all.
How long has your dad been retired for?
Huh?
How long has your dad been retired for?
2 years lah. 2 years.
Oh.
But he worked since 20 plus years already. That's why he's currently at his 60s. Sorry.
Was it a very difficult decision to leave your job as a bus captain?
Hey, it is because to be in the job for the past 4 years, and then you had a little bit of the bonding that you had learned. They had the bonding attachment, and also the long service, and also it's something that once I left the company, I probably would not have these colleagues that I can find it happily. I can be happy to be and talk to them already, and also the long service, and also the consecutive amount of service. Like I'm breaking my own consecutive stay in this transport carrier. Like it will affect my like there's a length of service recognition. Like if you left with like you work 5 years, 10 years, then if I leave halfway, what will happen? Yes, maybe if I leave halfway, I come back, I'll start from zero again.
Alright.
That is the concern I have.
So when you decided to leave, it's because of your family's needs, right? How did you feel? Like, were you upset, angry? What were you feeling at that point?
We can't really do anything because I have to make a step for myself. I have to decide for what is the best for myself. Decide what's the best for family itself. Eventually, when I submitted the resignation letter, I know that I had that day when I submitted the resignation letter to the bus company. I know that I had thought a lot about it, but it's because I planned for what I wanted to go with it. That time I already know that I needed to go study. I need to go study to go for a higher education, and yeah.
Reset.
A little bit, but for the better of myself. Surprisingly, when I told my bus captain colleagues about this, they were more happy for me. They were like, you go study, you should go study now. Why you stay in this job? Then the dummy piece like I should go study. The dummy piece I should go study. When I graduate, I should become manager or something.
What's the biggest?
But yeah, they were surprisingly happy for me that I should go and get myself a higher education so that I can because they find that I can do something more better and more meaningful, and something that is within my greater aspects of skills.
What's the biggest struggle you faced so far? What's the biggest struggle you faced?
That malnutrition.
Malnutrition.
Yeah.
how are you handling it? Like, do you feel like you have a lot of burden on you now that your dad's retired? Are you, technically, I mean, you're not working also, right?
Moving on since the I took care of my mom for the past 1 year, and to be fortunate enough, my mom actually, even though my mom can no longer get back become the housewife as she was before, she is now able to go out and work independently. She go out and work independently to earn side income, and she's actually happy with her job. Even though she still had to take care of my grandma, and she had to juggle between taking care of grandma and working, and also having her own personal time. At least she's having a happier and more meaningful life than during the depression period.
That was before or
Currently,
currently?
now getting a job and recovering is now currently. Yeah, the depression was October 2022. She recovered like last year, I think October also. Then now she's able to get a job and work independently. So she has income actually. Although not as much as my dad used to at CPF, a full-time job, and because my dad used to be a government job, so and then he was full-time also. He has CPF lah, but so to feed my family, and pay for all the maintenance, no issues. After all, my flat his old flat has been paid out already.
The only kid.
I'm the only child. So financial wise, no issues, but still have to be very prudent with spendings lah.
How's your experience like taking care of your mom? How's your experience like taking care of your mom during her depression?
Oh, very horrible. It's like you have to monitor every time monitor my mom. What kind of things she will throw she will throw. It's like there's a moment of time she was hallucinated to the point that she started throwing things away, throwing my favorite things away, and then we have to spend money to replace them. I hate the period actually. And then the period having to take leave to bring my mom to the mental health specialist. We went to IMH for consultations. Oh, that was a very, very, very hard time. I didn't even have the time to juggle what's my own body, because I was like wanting to work and then wanting to work in and out, and then having to take care of my mom's mental health needs. Fortunately, my dad is able to bring my mom to the mental health specialist, so that is not too much of an issue, thankfully.
How did you
I'm so glad that period is over now.
Did you learn anything from that?
Hmm?
Did you learn anything about yourself during that period? Like, it tested your patience, right? And did it also like test like your relationship with your mom? Yeah. Did you learn anything from that experience, taking care of your mom?
No matter which job we go, no matter which job we choose to take out of, our family is still the most universal part in our life. We have our family is something that our family is something that we will have to come back from with our how do I say it?
It's okay, take your time. Some family is important too.
Yes, no matter where we go, no matter what career we choose, the family is the most primary part of our life that we cannot leave, that we cannot abandon.
It was tough, right? I mean, taking care of your mom with depression. Did you ever get angry? Angry at her? I mean, I share with you like my mom, when she had cancer. She passed away 2 years ago. Yeah. She had stage 1 cancer, right? Near her end of life, right? She was bedridden. She couldn't really go to the toilet, so I had to carry her all the time. But near the end, right, she's like, she's not clear. Her mind is not clear anymore. Then she keeps thinking she needs to go to the toilet. It's like every 15 minutes she won't go to the toilet, but there's no need. She's wearing diapers. Then she wants me to carry her to the toilet. And she's like, but it's tiring to keep doing it every time. Then I got like quite angry with her lah.
Oh, remind me of my grandma. My grandma is currently although not cancer, although not, but she's Chinese still, but she kind of like losing her mobility also lah. So, but my grandma's side is my mom, and my mom's siblings had to take turns to take care of my grandma.
Yeah.
I think it's also because of that during the period when my mom had to juggle between my housework and taking care of my grandma. So she fell in depression, sudden depression.
Was it very hard to cope at the start for you? I mean, when your mom had
Yep, it is.
Okay. Who is someone that you admire, and like, what qualities do you find very inspiring about them? Do you have someone that you admire in your life?
Oh, I don't know how to answer you this.
You what?
Oh, this one I don't know how to answer you this.
It's okay.
Maybe I couldn't think of. Because all the other question I wanted to think. I need the time to think
No
about
worries.
if I couldn't.
Who has been the most influential person in your life? Who has the greatest impact in your life so far? Is there someone?
这些 parents 会所以这些 parents 会不会太老套？
Who?
所以 talking about my parents 会不会太老套？
It's okay. I mean, I'm just gonna do it's going to out just on my own channel, but it's, so far nothing. It's zero. Start from 0 subscribers. Yeah.
Oh,
It's whether you're comfortable or not.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, but no, I'm comfortable, but just more like you want me to. I can't really my blank about what is the person I admire, because I tried to think of someone, but I couldn't think of how to. I tried to think of someone, but I couldn't find the person who I admire the most. Apart from my mom, of course lah.
Your mom?
Apart from my mom, of course lah.
Oh.
I mean not just family lah.
Maybe family if you want.
But there's also work also lah. So many work people I admire.
Yeah, but just
I can also say about a basketball colleague that I admire,
someone who's made a very big impact on your life. You know, when I say influential, like you straight away think of that person. Yeah. You what?
For now couldn't think.
Okay,
For now
no
couldn't think. My blank. Shucks.
Okay. What's the small moment in your day, right, that brings you a lot of like happiness?
Actually, can I take a break first? Because I can't think a little bit of
Sure.
very long. No.
Okay, last few questions. Let's go. Tell me a time when you felt truly proud of yourself.
Tell me a time I truly felt proud of myself.
Yeah.
Whoa, what the in that question I need to think again.
I think it's okay. I thought like you might be having your
Hey, you know, at first I thought that you were in a, before you asked me, you give me like a list of questions.
I did want.
I know that you give me like on the spot one.
Yeah, I didn't want to give it to you because I'm scared like.
I will prepare everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I get a point actually. It's okay. But it's okay. I get a point. No, but it's just for me. It's just a little hard for me to think about it on the spot, because I try to.
Maybe these kind of questions I could have sent you. Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay. Maybe they are very very deep lah. It's very deep for me to think about it. Tell me something that I'm very proud of.
Something you were like truly proud, you were very happy, something that made you want to like, you know, tell somebody, hey, I did something. Like tell your mom or dad, hey, I did something, this is what I got. Something at work that you did, or yeah. Was the receiving the award one of it? Maybe?
Tell me something. Tell me something that's something very proud. I own a car.
You have a car?
I had a car, but this car didn't came easy. I used part of my own savings to buy it, and then I used part of my own savings, and then part of whatever I earn from the bus industry to pay for it. Even though I'm no longer working, I still rent the car out to people who to drive to make a bit of income through DriveFly. DriveFly is a platform whereby you can rent out your car through the official platform, the legal way, and then people who use a car, they can go into Malaysia and they will pay you. They will pay you for every use, for every time they use a car, and then they will return you back. You can return you back the fuel. They will return you back the fuel. It's like car sharing, but instead of using a rental car, I use my own car.
Oh, so you
Similar
already
car
have
sharing.
your personal car
For car sharing, but use my own car for car sharing.
But the proud part is you use your own money to buy a car.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the fact that even though I left my job, I'm still happy that I can sustain a bit of my own car.
So you have a car now?
Yeah.
Or you
My
drive?
car's rented out today. The driver said he wants to go for a JB trip Labor Day. So off he goes.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
But I don't make income because quite a lot of my guests, quite a lot of drivers, they say that they have to go to Johor Bahru, or especially when the ringgit keeps dropping, all the more they have to go on weekend already.
Oh, so how did you feel when you first got your car?
It's an achievement of your own financial stability, but also a fact that you have to be responsible. But it's also a responsible fact that it's both a recognition of a financial stability, but also the demanding factor that you have to be very responsible and prudent with your own spendings to ensure that you can sustain the financial management of your own car and also other expenses while your current salary still sustained.
This is not easy for you because you're not a well-to-do family, right?
Not say not moderate.
Yeah.
Moderate. I would say moderate. So you can also, I can say that I don't have some of basic things I don't have to worry, but in terms of splurging expenditures, such as a car, for me, so car is a very big expenditure for everyone. So in this kind of things, you still have to be very, 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 very prudent.
Oh, that's a cool story.
Very,
That's a very cool story.
Yeah.
I don't have a car.
Having a car will also, if I don't own a car, I probably end up spending money on buy food, buy drinks, buy clothes, go on cinema every day. But you got a car, different story. Please don't anyhow do this.
Well, there's a lesson in that also.
So in a way that even if I don't spend money on a car, I'll spending on unnecessary things. But yeah, having a car, even though I don't drive every day, but because I spend out people, but if I drive, I had the satisfaction that it's my own car. I made it with my own money, the honest way, and I had the financial income. I use my own saving financial ability, and of course, if I want to renew my car next time, I have to ensure that I work harder, I get a better job, and through higher education, of course, to get a better car. So it's a very very goal thing. It's a very very goal thing. Maybe that's why when I was in the bus industry, I did struggle to leave. The car was a part of the reason.
Wait, you struggle with the belief?
Leaving the bus industry, resigning from bus. The car was a part of the reason. If I leave the job, I do not have a financial stability. So I thought about how do I pay back. So I think about how do I pay back this timing. I don't think about how do I pay back this period when I leave a job. Only through planning I had to plan my footsteps after I leave. I cannot like suka saying I want to leave a job, then I don't study. Of course I'll go bankrupt. So I have to. So before I left, I kind of like plan my options already. Where can I study? What is the best place for me to venture after I go? Eventually I thought that I'm very interested in counseling, psychology related. So I tried to apply for universities and managed to get a part-time degree, which requires me to complete a diploma in psychology first. But unfortunately, the hours did clash with my current job.
What are you doing now? What are you doing now?
Unemployed.
Oh.
Unemployed, but doing part-time studies.
You say it clashed with your current job.
My job, the studying. the bus can job.
All the time.
The time bus can job. Cause the part-time classes were evening classes. But my job requires me to work during the morning and evening rush hours. So let's say 6:30 is a class, but most of the buses are running at 6:30. But how do I go for class? Cash. That was why I had to let. That was another major reason why I left the job.
Makes sense now.
Yeah.
Is there something you always wanted to do, but you haven't had a chance to do yet?
Is that something?
Yeah, is there something you wanted to do, but you haven't got the chance to do yet? Be anything.
Wait, anything?
Yeah, something you always wanted to do, but you just never had the chance, never had the time, never had the money.
If I want to say the most unrealistic way is to be the boss of a bus company, and then you manage all the buses, then you drive all the bus, any bus service you choose you want. That is the most ideal thing that you can envision myself to be. Being a rich person, being a boss of your own bus company, then you want to drive. You can buy all the buses, you can buy your favorite buses, and then drive for favorite service, and then you can drive as no one cares for you. Unfortunately, Singapore doesn't allow you. Unfortunately, there is a lot more to it than just simple bus operations. There's way more to it.
Also, you see yourself like being a boss of a bus company,
or even a CEO, manager, whatever you think about it. I mean, there are legit bus enthusiasts who are currently in managerial roles. In the past I did talk about it, but I think my goals changed.
What are your goals now?
Psychology. Being a psychologist. Counseling related also. I don't mind actually.
What?
Psychologist, counseling related.
Counseling related?
Yeah. The mental health aspect.
Also,
my goals changed a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, so from like being so passionate about bus, now you're shifting your passion to mental health.
But I wouldn't say this job is completely unrelated to being a manager, because I mean manager is also requires human resources and also some understanding of people, and maybe psychology play a part. I don't know. Yeah,
talk about your psychology goal. Like, be a bit more specific. Like, what do you mean? So you want to be a psychologist to help people, or what is the goal that you want to?
Psychology, they say the learning psychology is the. I ever watch a movie. Then there's in this movie there's a girl who says there's a girl who studies psychology, but she's very introvert, and then she meets a idealistic male guy. Then she had an inner thought. She say that when the male lead asked her what she want to study, she had an inner thought. Her inner thought is when she learned psychology, more than just to help people. She wanted to know more about her hidden self, what she probably would not know about, what she probably did not realize about herself, and using this power to learn about herself and how people works. How can she use this power to help people and help herself?
Or like to understand yourself more and the people around you.
And then from there you learn how to help people.
I see.
You can also use this to help your own family also, and anyone with difficulties.
So that's something you want for yourself as
yes.
well in the future.
Yeah.
Nice. And your mom was like a big part of the driving factor, you think?
It was a partial factor. It partially drove me into start understanding. I did want to understand like why my mom had depression. Like what are the like I call like saying that like there is a disorder called post-traumatic stress disorder. Then from that I can also kind of see how this disorder works, how it's developed, what are the emotions, the triggering factors that one may go through, that makes one experience trauma, and also sudden major personality changes due to these trauma events.
Wow.
Because it's not just my mom, also probably anyone who go through can be natural disasters, can also be human relationship major events that lead to this kind of things.
So what would you say is the most important thing you learned in your life so far? Just anything. Go take some photo. Just think.
Everything. Huh? I'm trying to think about what the most important thing.
Yeah, most important thing you. Anything from your experiences so far?
I find that I think the most important thing is all the I think the most important thing about is that we have to that I think the most important thing I learned is communication. I know in the past in primary school, secondary school, even sometimes I present myself. I'm a very introverted person. I probably don't like to talk to anyone until my mom asks me to break the ice factor.
You're introverted.
I'm very introverted in the past. I don't. In fact, in primary school, I don't make friends. I don't talk to people. I don't dare to talk to people because I'm so very introverted. You can't tell from me in the past. But yes, I'm very I in the past lah.
I would have thought like something you learn is planning, because it seems to be like every decision you make, major decisions you have made in your life right now, right, has been like you need to plan ahead. Like your decision to be.
To say that I'm actually very dependent. I'm very dependent on my mom in the past also. So that's why I used to be very introverted. I also a lot of my planning things. I also rely on my mom to do all the planning. Now I had including studying for all these things, including studying to get good grades, all this. All my mom planned. Then eventually I had to get. Eventually in polytechnic, I had to get my own job. I had to break the ice factor. I have to go out and meet new people, talk to people. That was something I find it very hard to get into a brand new environment that I don't know, that I do not let it go. Because that time I so very heavily dependent with my mom.
Okay.
After my mom had depression, and then all the things I had to go through, it forced me to become very more independent. I might have also became a little bit more extroverted. I had to the point that I dare to voice out my thoughts without thinking, and unfortunately I find that maybe sometimes I need to get points across.
Yeah.
But this is something that in the past that when in my childhood days I do not dare to. So people don't hear me.
Yeah.
So people don't know what I'm thinking. So people don't know what I'm thinking back then.
See.
So I find So I find whatever I learn. What's the question again?
So what's one thing you learned in your life so far that's like an important lesson to you? What would you say the most important lessons you've learned? Most important thing you've learned in your life?
Am I debating if I answer like that?
No, it's fine. Yeah, I think it was okay.
I think so. Okay, fine, okay. So eventually I have to become way more independent myself. So, and then all the relationships, all the people I met, all the relationships I have to break my own ice barrier to talk to people, to dare to talk to people. I find that surprisingly, when you are the one who start the initiate the topic with people eventually sees you as someone whom they are actually willing to consult more than compared to last time I'm so quiet and no one approaches me. So maybe we ourselves have to be more a little bit more open, be more accepted to learning, but at the same time be more accepted to learning. When it comes to planning, we have to be very careful with any things that we have to be responsible for, both financially and also whatever decisions that we make in our personal lives.
Okay. What is one piece of advice you give to your younger self?
Huh?
What would the future you tell you now? What would they say? Or what would you tell your younger self?
talk more, go out more often, to meet more new people, stop relying on mom so much. Go and get to meet more new people and do a little more talking. It's okay to make it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to talk only, but we always learn from all the mistakes. We can only learn new things by making mistakes. But through this process we get more awareness of ourselves. We understand how society works, and then at the end of the day we are all working in our own jobs. We need to feed our family. We are doing things that we are doing things we like, but we also wish to do something that we are passionate in. But at the same time, we have to contribute to society through our own jobs, through whatever industries that we're in. And it is the relationships that we make, both families within our interpersonal circle, and also your colleagues, all your superiors, that all the bondings that you make with everyone, that how you want to lead your life, how you wish to have an enriching journey, or whatever journey you wish to have in this career. You can only decide for yourself, and you can only make your most responsible, because it is your first impression and how you deliver the impression that people sees you, and then people decide how to approach you as a person. And people will only think about you, and people will only think positively when you deliver yourself positivity to people. So how you treat people will treat back to you.
So that's the most important thing. Or you said a lot.
Yeah, I said a lot of things. That's why I said a lot of things, but they don't link. But I find that all the more is trying to make myself how to become a better myself. How to better myself in the many aspects of the life that I go. But also at the same time, not forgetting your relationship with your friends, your working circle, and your own family.
Okay, that's all. Can you end with saying I am your name and a goal that you want to achieve in the future? And I want to be a psychologist to help people. I want to be, whatever. Yeah, anytime.
Hello, I'm Arthur. I'm not here earlier.
Are you looking at the camera?
Hello, I'm Arthur. I used to be a basketer, but now I am working towards getting a psychology degree, or probably getting a doctorate or master's. Who knows? I hope to become a counselor or a psychologist in the future to help more people around me. And yeah, see you.
Yeah.